Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting on a Fan. I wish all of you bright blessings and a beautiful evening. And I hope that you and yours in YouTube land are happy and healthy and safe and well. Right now the time is approximately, I'm going to say it is 7, you know what, let me do the digital thing. It's 7:41 p.m. Eastern Time. And the date is Monday, January 25th, 2021. The moon is currently waxing in the sign of Cancer. And thank you, Durga. Oh, you look so cute, stepping on my keyboard. Give me a moment. I want to make sure she didn't mess up anything. Okay. As I was saying, the moon is currently waxing in the sign of Cancer, and the sun is transiting in the sign of Aquarius. This is the official Many Moons February 2021 video, and I will happily begin first by having my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos do a close-up of Durga the cat, formerly known as Durga the kitten. Isn't she cute? So cute, cute, cute. And there she goes. Okay. Like I said, I milk it for all it's worth. Whenever they're in frame, it's like I gotta take that opportunity and run with it. But now I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pearlescent cover of the Many Moons 2021 Lunar Planner. Look at that gorgeous rose gold moon, the coppery moon. I love the fact that it's a full moon with a copper color because it makes me think of the sacred union of Luna and Venus. Really, I just love this. So I'm going to begin by reading what the goddess, Sarah Faith Gottesdiener, who created the Many Moons Lunar Planners, wrote about February 2021. In the second month of this year, the themes of the Hierophant, its teacher card Temperance, and or your card of the year could begin to be more apparent in your own personal life. How can the positive themes of these cards support you? The Hierophant asks us to focus on the work of our life, our own spiritual practice, and our direct relationship with divinity, among others. Temperance reminds us that we are the alchemizer, or the alchemist, if you will, in our own lives. You may wish to do further explorations around these energies and how you might use them magically, spiritually, and how you might use them magically, spirituality, in healing ways, or practically. I think spirituality was supposed to be spiritually. Mercury is retrograde all month, highlighting inner communication. Themes of this month are dreaming, courting the intangible, protecting our new beginnings, metaphors as life events, reading between the lines, being careful with information. If in doubt, keep it a secret. Don't disclose too early or be too public about certain matters. Girl, who you telling? Grief, getting unstuck, engaging with the subconscious, and tuning in. If you feel called to, a few mornings each week, take some deep breaths and tune into the energies of the sky. Feel the earth below you. Notice the water inside of you. Greet the fire that lives in your heart. If you feel called to work with a particular element this month, or a particular archetype, myth, deity, meditation, crystal, herb, then pick one and dive in really deep with them. Keep in mind that when the month of February begins, the sun is in Aquarius. When the month of February ends, the sun is in Pisces. So I'm going to add to that. That tea is delicious, I gotta tell you. I'm going to add to that and say, keep in mind that, because generally speaking, Aquarius is the master of emotional detachment. Pisces is the master of emotional attachment. So I would say for all of February 2021, focus on, or rather give more attention to than usual, where you are too emotionally attached, where you are too emotionally detached. I've always found it to be a cosmic joke that my moon sign is Aquarius. Here is the planet that represents how one emotionally connects to others, what emotionally heals and balances oneself. And it's in the sign of the Master of Emotional Detachment. So it's like, and for most of my life, I have found emotions to be very messy. But you know what? Emotions are messy. You know, they're always going to be messy. They're always going to be soppy and sloppy and mushy and shit. They're always going to be that way. And maybe I have a skewed perspective on that, but I do find myself, and of course the irony is that I have so many planets in Capricorn, and the polar opposite of Capricorn is Cancer, the sign of the master manipulator and the moodiest of bitches. I know. Anyway, so for this 3-card spread, I was divinely guided and intuitively led to choose the Sacred Self-Care Oracle, which was created by Jill Pyle, who is the CEO and co-founder of Goddess Provisions. I must admit, I have not yet subscribed to a subscription box, and I have not done it in more than a year. And the irony is, I have more than enough money to handle that and to manage that, but I just haven't really thought about it. But I must admit, I'm torn between two. I'm torn between Goddess Provisions and the Witch's Box, I think is what it's called. But, you know, I think that I am leaning more towards Goddess Provisions because I keep talking about this Oracle card deck, and I keep finding myself drawn to it, especially for myself, more than once. So I'm going to go over, thank you so much, I'm going to go over the card representations. It is 1, 2, 3, 3-card spread, and the spread suggestion is a new subtle beginning to be curious about or to be aware of, another world, realm, or way of being to explore, another thing to love about myself. Now, I do not, for those of you who are especially new to my YouTube channel, when I cast the cards in one of my videos, in one of my YouTube videos, I'm basically doing it for myself and for the collective. So the fact of the matter is that I'm going to be casting the cards. I'm going to be answering these questions for myself. However, they could resonate for you in YouTube land, or for somebody in your life also in YouTube land. So there you go. And I will have my awesome audiovisual person do close-ups of the cards, of course. But actually, before I begin shuffling, let me have him do a close-up of the front of the box and the back of the box. And just a quick question to my awesome audiovisual person from my YouTube videos, also known as Drake. Am I pointing it in the right direction? Okay. And you're doing a close-up. Okay. Are you done with the close-up? Okay. Now I'm going to do a close-up of the back of the box. Gorgeous back of the box. I love this deck. I love the simplicity and the insightfulness of the deck. I love the artwork. By the way, the artist's name is Tatiana Bedenkina. Gotta practice my Cyrillic. So I'm going to shuffle the deck. And as I shuffle the deck, I call upon Isis Fortuna, goddess of the sacred tarot, and by extension, all forms of divination. And I ask that everything that be revealed bring love and light, prosperity and peace, wholeness and healing, clarity and illumination, money and magic to all those who watch this video. That's already card number 1. 3 piles of 2. 2 piles. Card number 2. Card number 2 from the top. Card number 3 from here. Yes, yes. And then the final message card is at the bottom. Okay. Got to put on my eyes. And my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, also known as Drake, is ready for the close-ups. Okay, so the first card, a new subtle beginning to be curious about or to be aware of. So, stay right there. Stay. Thank you. So I'm going to have him do a close-up of the back of the card design first. and then I'm going to have him do a close-up of the front of the card, and after I turn it over and look at it myself, I'll read it. And that's how that goes. Take a walk. A new, subtle beginning to be curious about or to be aware of. Take a walk. So, I know that social distancing is important. I also know that movement is important. And sometimes we may need to take a walk to get some fresh air, to connect with nature, to connect with our neighborhoods. You know, I still remember the day after the World Trade Center attacks, literally on Wednesday, September 12th, 2001. I went to Greenwich Village. And I went to Greenwich Village because I needed to see for myself what was happening. And when a lot of the lockdowns began in my area, in New Jersey, I did go out periodically because I wanted to know what was going on in my neighborhood, because it was one thing to like receive it from a newscast or a news website or a news broadcast, but I wanted to see it for myself. And I knew that I wasn't endangering myself by going out for a few moments, for a few minutes, walking around and seeing what was what. So to you I'm going to say, take a walk. Take a walk and explore your area. If you have not explored your neighborhood in a while, this might be a good time for you to do that. You might need to take a walk around your neighborhood or go to a neighborhood that you haven't been to in a while and see what's going on. You know, get back in touch with that area. Get back in touch with that area's energy, because it might give you a new perspective on something that you've been dealing with or something that you've been struggling with. Okay. The second card is another world or realm or way of being to explore. So again, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous back of the card design. And then I will have him do a close-up of the front of the card. And then I will look at the front of the card and read it to you. Connect with the earth. As I was interpreting the first card, I kept thinking to myself, I need to go back to my local park. There's a park about 1.5 miles away from my home. It's a huge park. Has a lake, has lots of trees, has walking trails. And I kept thinking to myself, I need to go back to this park. Clearly I need to go back to this park this week. And connect with the earth. Now, if you cannot, for whatever reason or reasons, physically go to an earthy place, a forest, a park, you know, a mountainous area, a place that has a lot of flowers and grass and rocks and things like that. By the way, I know it's winter in New Jersey, so I'm not going to see that many flowers, but still. You can always, always, always spend time in the earth. If you have a garden, tend to your garden. Prepare your garden for the spring. If you have crystals, this may be a good time to see which crystals you want to keep, see which crystals you want to give away, see which crystals you want to give back to the earth. I recently actually began cleansing a lot of crystals, and right now both of those crystals are in clear glass bowls on the windowsill in my kitchen. So they're collecting sunlight, they're collecting moonlight, they're collecting and receiving the moonlight energies going through the phases. Because I actually started doing this with the bowl that has the larger amount of crystals, the night of the dark moon, in Capricorn. So you can connect with earth that way. Of course, you can also work with herbs. Work with herbs. I actually did not, I'm actually in the process of reorganizing one of the drawers of my beautiful desk so that I can access those herbs more easily, and so that I always have an awareness of what's in those bags. And I definitely am long overdue to make some more incense. And I want to make sure that I have more uncrossing incense, more clairvoyance incense, and I don't have as much prosperity incense because I've been using it up because it's been working, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so I would say connect with the earth, and that will help you explore, and especially if you're not an earth sign, this is a prime opportunity for you to connect more deeply with another element, with another energy. Okay. Another thing to love about ourselves. I'm very excited about this card. I would call this the pivotal card. So again, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, just do a close-up of the front of the card, and then I will tell you another way you can love yourselves, and another way that all of us can love ourselves. Plan a vacation. You want to know something? I will tell you, I absolutely loved going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania last August 2020 on a vacation. I did. I had not been to Philadelphia in more than 4 years, and every time that I visited Philadelphia, I was only there for a day. So it made me supremely happy to be back in one of my favorite places on planet Earth. It gave me a wonderful opportunity to meet new people, to explore new opportunities, to discover new places, there was somebody wonderful on my Instagram who gave me all of these great recommendations, and he gave me so many beautiful recommendations that now I have places to explore the next time I visit Philadelphia. Now here's the thing. I made a promise to myself last year that after finally returning to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I would not allow more than 13 months to go by before returning. Also, I definitely remember when I finally went back to New Hope, Pennsylvania for the first time since Saturday, October 1st, 2016, on Friday, November 13th, 2020, that I would not allow more than 13 months to go by without returning to New Hope, Pennsylvania. And for the record, a trip is already in the works. I'm not going to say when, but I'm going to say that it's already in the works. And somebody is very happy upstairs because they are loud. And I just saw a really old cobweb that I need to have my divine consort clean from the ceiling. I'd call that a mixed bag of blessings, wouldn't you? So plan a vacation. It doesn't mean you have to book everything. It doesn't mean that you have to commit. But think about where you want to go. Think about where you feel safe visiting. Think about where you feel comfortable visiting. And you know, for the record, I absolutely maintained social distancing. I absolutely maintained the use of a face mask. I don't use hand sanitizer because, you know, it only spreads the dirt around. But I do wash my hands with very warm to almost hot water, and soap of course. And when I can't do that, I have my Florida water. Florida water is good for everything. It eliminates the bad juju. It cleanses, it sterilizes, it uplifts, it takes away, it brings in. It's good. It's some good. Yeah. So stay there, please. Thank you so much. Anyway, so I would say plan a vacation. Think about where you feel comfortable going, where it is safe for you to visit. Think about where you want to visit. And it doesn't even have to be another country, another continent. You know, I feel comfortable traveling domestically. And the final message card is, and once again I will have my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, also known as Drake, do a close-up of the card, and then I will look at the card and I'll tell you what it is. Soak in a bath. Oh my God, it's not. Wow, this card is gorgeous. I'm like looking at this like, wow. Now for the record, I have not done this in far too long. I have not done this in far too long. And you know what? The opportunity is certainly coming up. I have some sea salt baths and Epsom salt baths that I have not used in a long time. And I am fond of doing the whole spa-like bathtub thing. You know, the candles, the crystals, the pot of tea. I always forget about the music. I want to like have some music, but then I keep forgetting about it. So, but yeah, soak in a bath. Now, for those of you who do not have a bathtub, yes, there are people who don't have bathtubs. That still surprises me. You can always do a scrub and a soak in the shower. I know it doesn't seem practical, but you can make it happen. When I go to Beacon, when I give readings at Notions and Potions, I stay at a hotel in Cold Spring, and most of the rooms do not have a bathtub. In fact, in all the years that I've been staying at this hotel, only one room have I been able to use that has a bathtub. I could request it, and I think the management would be okay with that, but you know, the fact of the matter is that I like it to happen spontaneously. The irony is that when it happens, I'm usually not prepared for it, so I need to prepare for that for the next time and make it happen. But absolutely, I would say do something that is as spa-like for you as possible in your shower stall. You know, make it as relaxing as possible. You might even want to bring if you can bring a stool into your shower stall and like sit on the stool for a little bit, make it nice and relaxing for you. You can scrub yourself, you can apply some lotion, or you can just breathe and meditate and connect with your inner self and your higher self. But I am definitely so happy to have cast the cards for all of you in YouTube land, and I thank you so much for all the likes, for all the comments, for all the shares, and for all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And of course, thank you to all of you who have been scheduling your sessions. I am not officially booked up for the rest of January yet. Close, I'm close. Kind of snuck up by me, actually. I was like, ooh, I don't have that much left. Go figure. But I definitely have plenty of appointment slots available for February and March of 2021. So, as always, you have options. As always, book your appointments now. Book your appointments as soon as possible. And that way you can practically guarantee that you will get the time and the date that you want. Thank you to all of you who have been buying the Many Moons Lunar Planners. Thank you for all of you who have been playing along with me at home when I cast the cards with the tarot and oracle card prompts. I wish all of you and yours in YouTube land many blessings of clarity and illumination, love and light, wholeness and healing, money and magic. And stay tuned for the next video.